Okay, I still think these berries are pretty cool. That's beautiful, man. It's just beautiful. They're just everywhere. Well, in this one little area, going over to there. So they're coming off this vine that probably shouldn't be growing up on this tree. Definitely shouldn't. The idea was I was going to cut them down at the ground in the fall, and then they would just drop like all the other leaves, and the branches and stuff and everything would just decay. And I mean, that's what I was hoping would happen. But since I never cut them, not that it's too late. Anyway, today is Sunday. I'm going to talk about St. Francis Xavier, despite the fact we're out of November and in December, or what, 2nd or 3rd. St. Francis Xavier, 1506 to 1552. He was born of nobility in the Basque region, which I'm pretty sure is Spain. He studied and taught philosophy in Paris. He was going to be a professor, and Saint Ignatius of Loyola convinced him to preach the gospel. He was one of the first Jesuits, or the founding Jesuits. He was a priest, and he went on missions to India for 10 years, where he baptized 40,000 people. He went to, usually I write these things down because there's so many things. I'm going to do this quickly from memory. He converted 10,000 people in the entire city of Goa, India. He traveled through the East Indies, Japan, and India, converting people. He took grueling trips in the cold and the heat on ships to get over there, back and forth. He traveled barefoot most of the time. He told the King of Portugal that I'm paraphrasing, he felt very much sadness that the king was promoting slavery at the same time as allowing the conversion of the people to be evangelized. And he said that he felt very distressed that he believed at the time the king would die, the King of Portugal would die, he would be barred admittance to paradise. So that's pretty cool. He said he felt distressed that he didn't think he was going to go to heaven because of the slavery issue. And this is in 1530 or something. What else do I remember? The most amazing thing at the end it says he spoke in tongues. This is after all of this other stuff. He spoke in tongues. He was a healer, a miracle worker, and I think there was one other thing. Prophecy. He had the gift of prophecy and healing. So after all this other stuff and how he did all these conversions in India, then at the last sentence, the last two sentences, they mention, oh, by the way, he calmed storms. He rose people from the dead. I forgot those two. He was a healer, which by that I am assuming they mean he could like heal fevers and cuts and things like that, which is miraculous. And that he had prophecy. He could prophesize. And he could speak in tongues, which I guess would help if you're from Spain and you're trying to convert, and you are that adept at converting people in Japan and India, places where you wouldn't speak the language. There was one other. He was always worked for the poor and the sick. He himself was constantly taking care of the sick people and the poor people. I think that's most of the main things. So hopefully that gives you a good idea. I think I covered it pretty well from memory. That's St. Francis Xavier today. Let's ask all the saints to pray for us, to pray for conversion. This is over in India, so near somewhat in the vicinity of the Middle East, closer than we in the United States. So let's ask for the conversion of the Muslims. And remember to continue to pray for the souls in purgatory. Whether it's November or not, you must do this. You must do this. And there you go.